Hello there, dear travelers. It is I, Alter the Lyra, the star inhabiting the abandoned space station, and today I am a little bit bigger than I was yesterday. Um, we're still dealing with encoding issues. I think what I'm just gonna have to do is try and fiddle with these settings when I have like everything opened, and then like fiddle with the settings then and see if it like still gives me encoding issues. Um but yeah, like I was like, okay, let's start stream. Click start, immediately see encoding issues. I'm like, okay. Anyways, today we will be hopefully finishing the demo. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we only have 2 more days to go. We have day 6 and day 7 left. Um, and I'm very excited to see the ending of the demo. We also have a character that I believe is one of the romance options, if I'm not mistaken, that we haven't maybe met yet, probably, unless he's like the book. Um, so we might meet day 6 or day 7. Because they are in the intro, so my guess is that they do show up. Um, but I'm not really sure actually on that front. So we'll have to see. We also don't have money. We need like 11 more bucks to be able to pay. So we're gonna be see if we can sell something today so we don't end up bankrupt in the demo. You had hoped to awaken to the gentle chirping of birds or the sound of a breeze rustling leaves in the world outside your window. Instead, you woke up to the sound of a very grumpy, pompous book opening and shutting his cover repeatedly, as loudly as possible. Oh yeah, we have Barnabas as well. Good morning, master. Oh, I apologize. Did I wake you? Probably about time for me to get up anyway. Good, it would be a tragedy to waste your morning on slumber. Up, up, let's get a move on. With a grumble, you pushed the covers aside and swung your legs out of your bed. You made your way over to your dresser, picked up a change of clothes, then turned back to look at Barnabas, who was sitting on your desk across the room. Do you mind? I'm changing. It's not as if it's not as It's not as if I have eyes, master. I see the world differently from a base creature like you. Cool, but I'd rather you didn't see me getting changed in any way. If it pleases you, master, I will turn around. Does this satisfy? You quickly changed and grabbed a piece of fruit, noting that your food stock really was near empty now. I'll have to find a grocery store later. There are literally food stalls, like farmers market stalls, like outside, buddy. That's not gonna be very big trouble. Now, as much as I enjoy your presence, Barney, I've got work to do. Did you want to come with, or? No, thank you. The thought of being paraded around in front of the general populace, subject to the gazes of those who cannot appreciate my glory, fills me with despair. I mean, slay, I guess. Slay, I guess. I will stay right here, thank you. I'll turn the TV on for you, just in case you get bored. Your consideration is touching, master, truly. See ya. With that, you made your way down the stairs and stepped into the store proper. Oh yeah, oh my god, before I start, I was setting up VTube stuff, right? And then I was like, why is my tracking so bad? Why is it not tracking my eyes properly? Because my glasses were dirty. My glasses were really fucking dirty because I forgot to clean them after my shower. And they were really fucking dirty, so the screen was like, I don't know what you're doing with those things behind those blank spots, but I'm not tracking that. You were halfway down the stairs when you heard voices talking back and forth. That was beginning to feel like a normal thing around the store, but you didn't recognize one of the two voices. I spoke I spoke him into existence. Hello. We've committed to Emma. We've committed to Emma, and then we said we would commit to Florian. Ooh. I'm afraid that is not possible. Altair requires their dude rest, and besides, it is my duty to protect them. Lucille, come on, it's not that big of a deal. I just want to see if it was a little bedhead. I will not budge on this matter. Sleep is more important than your senseless whims. I'm so easy! Is there a party I didn't get invited to going on? This seems to happen a lot. You'll make a person feel left out if you're not careful. You winked towards Lucille, who instantly straightened up, then turned your eyes towards the other person. Your eyes met another's, a man with red hair you didn't recognize. He smiled up at you lopsidedly before brushing a lock of hair behind his ear. Well, if it isn't the most mesmerizing face I've seen all week, you must be the infamous new owner of the store. You can call me Handsome, or Eden will do. I wonder what he's meant to be. My first instinct was saying that he might be like an angel, or maybe a devil, or perhaps even a Grim Reaper. Wrong one. I'm Listen, you give me a guy with... Ooh. Don't tell Emmett. We can have a polycule. We'll talk to Emmett later if he's okay with the polycule. We'll discuss a polycule with Emmett later, it's okay. Hello, Handsome. Glad to meet you, I'm... Altair, right? I've heard a lot about you, but it looks like the rumors was selling you short. Rumors? Well, color me curious. Eden took a few steps up the staircase, his gloved hands trailing over the railing as he approached you. When he got close enough, he leaned in towards you and whispered. He wasn't quite touching you, but was close enough that it felt like an intimate gesture. I'm okay. I'm calm. I'm collected. I'm so calm and collected. I'm so calm and collected. I'm so calm and collected. Funny story. I've heard that the new owner already had a fan club because of their overwhelming beauty and charisma. For what I've seen, I'd have to agree. And then pulled back and smiled. Well, the rumors say a lot more than that, but let's leave some of the secrets of a mystery for now, shall we? You have to be a little mysterious to be interesting after all. At that, Eden turned around and walked back down the stairs. The sound of wood creaking with every step. Lucille is so mad. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will not fall for his charms. I won't fall for his charms. I promise. I say like a liar. There is something you need, Sir Eden. I suggest you speak now. Why rush our first meeting? We'll be telling everyone about it at our wedding. Okay. He winked up at you, then turned his attention to Lucille. Really, you don't need to be so defensive. I don't bite, unless you ask me nicely. Hold on. Sorry, it's just... We made that joke, when we met Winnie, that we made the same kind of comment. And he's probably related to the green energy thing with like the note and stuff like that. Like he probably has some relation to that. So I'm like, I have no interest in anything of the sort from you. If you have no business here, please take your leave. We are running an establishment here. Yes, and we desperately need the money because we got Vivi who came in with $2 and buttons. Lucille moved her hand towards the hilt of her sword, but didn't draw it. Eden raised his hands and backed up a step. Alright, I'm not going to note that down for my next time. Lucille isn't a fan of jokes. My deepest apologies, my lady knight. Eden gave a half bow to Lucille, while she just shifted to stand a little straighter. I just wanted to introduce myself to your lovely new shopkeep. Believe it or not, I'm actually Willowmist's most famous carpenter. Oh, he's the carpenter. What are you then? I have so many theories on what he could possibly be. And they all kind of are dependent on how common or uncommon Gonna Have Studios went with the creatures. Like, we know we have a werewolf that we can't romance, we have the vampire, we have probably a fae, have the ghost, have the time-traveling knight. So it's like, it kind of depends on how they decided to fill their roster. Oh, we also have Vivi, who's like some kind of changeling or something like that. Some weird little creature. Or you're not, just a little girl. Both work. Both. It's the same thing, honestly. I believe you're Willowmist's only carpenter. Ouch, that may be true, but the point stands. Carpenter? He looks more like a model. I was expecting someone who looks more like Quinn. I happen to be acquainted with your aunt. We work together on occasion, so I'd like to extend the same offer to you. If I remember correctly, Sir Eden, Lady Sylvie would also refer to you as a flirt and a liar. Maybe a trickster spirit? What can I say? There's so much beauty in the world, should I not celebrate it? Oh, maybe he's like a cupid. That... I feel like that could... I don't know, I have many theories with what he could be. We just met him. Lady Sylvie would say that you are incapable of taking anything seriously. That I can accept. You're such an honest person, Lucille. It almost makes me jealous. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I love the chance to get to know you properly, Altair. How about a dinner and drinks on me tomorrow night? Tomorrow night? Well, maybe I'll be able to shift around my incredibly full schedule if you ask nicely. Oh, is that how it's going to be? Well then, pretty please, may I treat you to a night of fine dining and wine? That was actually pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm an actor at heart. The National accompany you as bodyguard. I don't think that's actually... You know what? Why don't we just invite everyone? It could be a housewarming party. Here I thought I'd managed to snag a date. What a shame. Still, that sounds like fun. I'll leave it to you to invite whoever you'd like. You seem like you have a good taste. The bell by the door chimed as the door to the store opened, and the familiar face of Emmett poked his head through. Hi, Emmett, I don't have the money. Good morning, I'm here for... He paused and his eyes locked with Eden's. He then turned and walked straight back out the door. Oh... Emmett? Maybe he won't like the polycule idea. No. How cute, he's being all shy. I'll go get him. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Eden turned past you, then exited the store. A few moments later, they both came back in, with Eden's arm around Emmett's shoulder. Where are you off to so quickly, my friend? Don't tell me you're trying to avoid me. Emmett is like, I don't like you. Leave me alone. You're weird. I prefer it, yes. Everyone's so honest this morning. How refreshing. So, what brings you here today, Emmett? My job, which you're currently preventing me from doing. There's always more times for work later. There's not always friends later. That would be true, yes, but you're all acquaintances at most. Hey, you're meant to sing stuff like that. Not say it to our faces, you're such a stick in the mud. What are you? And you're a thorn in my side. Unhand me. You'll run away. I might just have to hold on to you tighter. I might, yes, and please don't. You two are friends then? We absolutely are? We absolutely are not. More like I happen to bump into him no matter where I go, and he takes it upon himself to bother me non-stop. You're too stubborn for your own good. One day, I'll get you to agree we're best friends. Okay, maybe the polycule can work, actually. Hell will freeze over before the day comes. So cold, and I thought we had such a beautiful relationship. You're breaking my heart over here, Emmett. Emmett, the famous heartbreaker. I like the sound of that. Don't encourage him. He'll never stop. Please, encourage me more. I'm like a puppy. I strive on attention. Werewolf? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, exactly. Just like a puppy, desperately in need of discipline. He said it, not me. Since you're here, Emmett, I was wondering if you'd like to come out for dinner with us tomorrow night? No, thank you. Scared that Eden will bite? He's going? Yeah, so far it's me, Eden, and Lucille. I'd like to ask Florian and Winnie too. I'd really like you to come, if that makes a difference. Fine, I'll make a spot in my otherwise packed schedule. I hope you appreciate the effort. What a gentleman, Emmett. How very unlike you to change your mind. Maybe you have a soft spot for Altair, eh? I have nothing of the sort. I'm merely agreeing so that someone responsible can be on hand to keep things under control. Emmett shrugged out of Eden's graft and then brushed himself off. Now, if that is all, I'll need to speak with Altair in private. I don't have the money, Emmett. I'm sorry, I don't have the money. I couldn't sell. If the encoding error hadn't happened, we would have the money. I'm so... Well, when you put it like that, I can't help but wonder about your relationship. Do tell me what happens. Nothing is going to happen. It is a simple discussion and nothing more. Is it a blush I see on your cheeks? Maybe you're the one who needs glasses here. Stop making things up. Allow me to escort you out, Sir Eden, so that Sir Emmett and Altair may talk in peace for the moment. What a noble way of throwing me out. Well, it was nice meeting you, Altair. I hope to see you around town, Definitely. It's been a pleasure. I'll let you know more about my services later, but drinks first. I'm a very hands-on worker. I like to get to know my business partners before we work together. Ugh. Sounds great. See you tomorrow, Eden. Lucille put a hand on Eden's back and saw him to the door, where he finally exited the store, the bell tinkling as he did. Pardon the intrusion. As I said, we need to talk. I don't have the money. Sure thing, what's up? Did you miss me so bad you had to come see me first thing? Don't be absurd. Did you give my business card to anyone? No, of course not. Why would I? I'm keeping your number all to myself, thank you. Damn it. If you're not responsible, then that's even more concerning. How did they find me and get a hold of my number? Uh-oh. Who? What's going on? It's... my previous employer. What would they want? Wait, did you do accounting for a criminal organization or something? I love that we always just go the route of like, this man worked for the crime. This man was a criminal. Don't worry about the fantasies that are going on in that head of yours. Forget it, I'll deal with it myself. You kind of make me worry here. You're a client, there's no need to worry about me. No, I'm your future boyfriend. Keep up. No, we're close acquaintances now. I think that means I'm legally allowed to worry about you. I'm no solicitor, but I'm certain that's not how this works. So you're trying to argue that me worrying about you is illegal? What? No, stop talking such nonsense. I can't believe you call me nonsensical, Mr. Accountant, for a crime syndicate. That's not... Ugh, forget it, you're impossible. Why am I getting encoding errors again? Stop having encoding overload. There we go, okay. Emmett pinched the bridge of his nose and closed his eyes, almost like he was in pain. Nothing like that. Nothing illegal, at the very least. Let's just say I terminated my contract early and they aren't happy about it. Well, they can't force you to go back, can they? I like to say no, but they're so obsessed with their rules and regulations that they might have some obscure way to try and make me work for them again. Yeah, this is the Fae. And that would be a bad thing, right? I left for a reason. Ugh, what a terrible start to an otherwise good morning. At least you got to see me. And I don't have the money to pay you. As I said, thank you for your concern, Altair. It's not necessary, but, well, thank you anyway. What you guys whispering about? Is it secrets? Ooh, I love secrets. Come on, tell me. I won't tell anyone, I swear. Oh, Winnie, good morning. Have you and Emmett met before? Does watching him from the corner of the room count? I don't think so. Then, no. My name is Winnie. Nice to meet ya. So, what's happening? None of your business, Miss Winona. Just Winnie is fine. Fine, Miss Just Winnie. Bro got jokes. He's got jokes. No, I mean, I'm just Winnie. As I said, Miss Just Winnie. Fine, I'll be Miss Just Winnie, but you have to be Mr. Tall and Serious. Mr. Finch will suffice. Mr. always looks like he's got a stick up his butt. I feel that one might be a little bit long. Thank you for noticing. It takes a lot of effort to maintain. I like you. You're funny. Funny isn't the word I'd use, but if you prefer it, then be my guest. Now, if that's all, I have other things to attend to. Hey, Emmett? Yes? This all could have been a text, you know. And? I'm just saying, I feel like you stopped by just to see me. Are you sad? You like coming to see me? You like coming to see me? You would be incorrect, as I gave you my number, but you never gave me yours. Good day, Mr. Marigold, Miss Just Winnie. Says that, but he has my number. Because I'm employed. At that, Emmett turned on his heel and walked out the door, the bell jingling as he did. Winnie turned and waved her hand, watching as he left. So, what was that about? A romantic tryst, a secret rendezvous, the beginning of forbidden love? Do you read a lot of romance novels or something, Winnie? Well, it does get boring around here sometimes. Well... maybe it was a secret rendezvous, but Emmett doesn't realize it yet. I knew it. Ooh, Emmett and Altair sitting in the tree. When's the wedding? I could text him now and spring it on him. Do it. He might kill me, or worse, block my number on the spot. Anyways, no, it really wasn't anything like that. Just boring work stuff. Oh, by the way, Winnie, I wanted to ask you something. Would you like to go to dinner with me tomorrow night? Dinner? With you? Ooh, are you inviting me on a date? Sure, a date with me, Emmett, Lucille, Eden, and hopefully Florian. We're all gonna be one big happy family. Okay, so this is not a one-on-one thing, boo. Do you want it to be one-on-one? Well, of course, I want to get to know you better. Well, a bigger group doesn't have to stop that, does it? Plus, we can always hang out here. I want to get to know you better too, Winnie. I am your manager. I need to know what to do for your socials. Yeah, that sounds fun. Winnie shifted and fiddled with her hands. Can I think about it and let you know later? Oh, sure, it's not until tomorrow anyway, so there's no rush. If you don't want to, you don't have to either. Oh, no, I super want to, I'll let you know. Alright, I better get ready to open up anyway. Okie dokie. See you later, alligator. I think... I want to do more items. I do want to get more items. I want to try and get more items so that my luck is a bit better. Winnie gave a small wave, then floated up and through the ceiling. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. And also, hopefully, with more items, I can have some that are a little bit like lower price and we can meet the 120 quota. We will pay... Let's do man the counter. And we will pay our... They say pay your bills over the weekend. So my guess is I can do that tomorrow. So tomorrow we will clean the store and pay our bills. You've probably looked for items first. We've had this conversation before. Okay. Let's hopefully sell something. We have this, which is at 15. I might... No, I don't want to lower it too much. We might have to lower it to like... Whoop, no. To like 11, just to try and ensure we hit the 120 quota. Let's see. Hi Emmett, please buy something, please buy something, please buy something. Oh, thank you, God. Oh my God. Hi, Pookie. Oh, hi, Quinn. You want 22? I'll give it to you for 40. Okay. He's obsessed with that plate. In the stream that I broke, he bought the plate fucking twice. We could have definitely made it so we can pay the bills, but oh well. I wish we could like switch up things. Oh, look at us. You're leaning against the counter, eating the last of your food supplies when Florian comes in through the front door, nearly dragging his bag behind him. You thought it would be impossible, but somehow he looked even more tired than usual. Hi, Florian. Long night? He pulled up his usual disguise. Good morning, night, afternoon, fuck, whatever it is. A brilliant start to your shift. Can I get you a coffee or something? Yes, wait, no, seriously, are you okay? I'm fine. God, you're so nosy. Just been a long few days. Florian dragged his bag over to the counter and sat down with a sigh. I can tell you're looking worse every day. Geez, thanks. Florian's voice was flat monotone, as if all the energy had been sucked out of him. You could always take a few days off. I'm sure we could manage. I'll have to take a double shift on sweeping, but hey, I could use the arm workout. I do more than sweeping, you know. I don't want to. I'm not sick, just... It's fine. Stop worrying about me and worry about something more productive. Give me an example, then, and I'll consider it. Running the store? I think I've kind of got it down by now. Something else. Fuck, I don't know. All this supernatural stuff you're struggling with. Yeah, actually, about that. What? I think I might be a witch or a wizard or something along those lines. God, what changed overnight? To make a long story short, a magic book with the worst personality ever pretty much hit me in the face with a revelation. I'm fine. You know what? Sure, magic books, great. Really? That's all? What do you want me to say? You're a witch, hooray, let's celebrate. I kinda thought you'd have a bit more to say than that. Do you know if my aunt was like this? Well, there was certainly something wrong with her. Hey. I don't mean, look, she's eccentric and she lives here. There was always going to be something up with her. So you didn't know she was a witch? Nope, she tends to keep things to herself. It's kinda her thing. And you're fine with that? Look, she pays me. I don't care if she's a witch or an alien or whatever else, just as long as my bills get paid. I'm sure you have sick leave, you know? You ought to use it. I'm not sick, leave it. Jeez, alright, I'll drop it. Florian let out a breath. Sorry, I've just had a shit few days. You're a witch or whatever, maybe you have some spell to give me my energy back. He laughed quickly and rested his head on the counter. I'd give anything to sleep right now. You can use my bed if you'd like. I can't think of anything weirder than sleeping in Sylvie's room. I think the bed smells more like me than her, if that helps. Does not. Not for lack of trying anyway. Thanks for the offer though. I have to give him the pat on the head. I don't care if it's hard. I have to give him the pat on the head. He reached out and gave him a pat on his head. His hair was actually very soft. What are you doing? Patting you? Sorry, really. It was kind of force of habit. You reminded me of my mom's dog. Okay, you ruined it. Your mom's dog? Yeah, when she's grumpy, she puts her head down like that, too. My bad. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you're much softer than her. I don't think that makes it any better. Whatever, I have work to do. He practically flew away from the counter, cheeks turning bright red. Sorry, Florian. With that, you finished up your lunch break and got back to work. Just nothing? I only have one item to I would know. I have to. Never mind. I have 2 items to sell. It was a little past 5 p.m. when you flipped over the sign on the door to close and let out a drowsy sigh. What a day. You say that every day, you know, like a broken record. Well, every day is exhausting, in a good way, though. How can anything be exhausting in a good way? Haven't you ever finished something and been tired, but really proud of your work? Nope. I usually finish shit, then wish I'd never started in the first place. You're kind of a pessimist. The world isn't sunshine and rainbows. That's true, but, well, bad things will always happen, but life goes on. Isn't that kinda cool? Not really. Maybe if you didn't frown so much, you'd be more positive. I don't think it works like that. Give it a try. See? Just copy my face. It's really easy. Just relax your muscles and... Nope. Still frowning, I see. It's not a frown. It's just my face. That's unfortunate for you. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing at all. Noisy must run in your family or something. Noisy, annoying, and a complete pain in the ass. You forgot gorgeous, charming, and funny. No, trust me, I didn't. You grinned and Florian turned away from you, looking around the store. It looked as it always did, a mess of knickknacks and clutter, but a clean one. Florian did a good job, even if he always tried to deny it. Hey, Florian, I was wondering something. You're always wondering something or another, you never stop asking questions. It's good to have an inquisitive brain, you know, it keeps me young, or something like that anyways. Instead, it seems like a lot of effort, especially when you could just keep your mouth shut and think to yourself instead. Anyway, as I was saying, I know you grew up in town, but not much else. You haven't always worked here, right? What did you do before? Is it important? That depends how important you think getting to know each other is. Not important then. I think you default to being mean when you feel shy. It's like Clocket's ass. Look, I used to be in college, but that didn't work out and I dropped out. There's a college here? That's surprising. I didn't know the population of Willowmist could support it. No. It was in the city. Didn't you say you'd always lived here? I was only gone for a few months. It hardly counts. Well, why'd you drop out? Got bored of your major? Why is this so important to you? You've got a magic book upstairs, right? Why don't you go bug it instead? I don't know if Barnabas will like that. He has a name. Hey, I didn't pick it. He comes pre-named, though. To be fair, Barnabas is kind of a rocking name. You're changing the subject. Barnabas has nothing to do with this. I'm interested in you. House complications, alright? I couldn't stay, but I also couldn't come back when. Ugh, look, fine. If you're so desperate to know, I'll tell you, but can we sit down? My head is killing me. Of course, we can use my room upstairs if that's alright with you. Florian looked to the side, a dusting of red appearing on his cheeks. So... oh my god. And who's trying to get who into bed? I know I said we wouldn't do Florian's, we wouldn't try to go Florian romance options, but I don't care anymore. I don't care. I take back what I said. I don't care anymore. I never mentioned anything about my bed. You're the one thinking about that. I never... No need to deny it. You literally just brought it up. Look, you're cute, but I think that's jumping ahead a little, don't you? I'm not... You don't... Ugh. With that, Florian turned around and stomped upstairs, huffing the entire way up. He's so cute. Welcome to my humble abode, Sir Florian. God, shut up. You sound like Lucille. Is that a bad thing? I know you two are pretty different, but I hope that's not a problem. One Lucille is enough, that's all. It's not like I hate her. She's just... a lot. Alright, I keep the chivalry to a minimum, my fair liege. You flopped down on your couch, sinking into the cushions. Florian followed, though much more cautiously, perching himself on the opposite end. He looked around the room, his gaze lingering on the photo frame. It had been there when you arrived, a picture of a much younger Aunt Sylvie holding a baby. It must have been you. This place is really empty. You think? It's packed with all kinds of stuff in here. Sometimes I wonder where my aunt got it all. No, I mean... Sylvie has a big personality. She kind of filled any space she was in. I'm trying my best over here. I guess it's alright with you here too. Hey, I'll take second best to her. She's amazing. Anyways, what were we talking about? You dropping out of college? Right. Florian blinked a few times and his eyes were trying to stay open. Are you feeling okay? Stop asking me that. I'm fine. Oh, I think Buddy needs that blood thing. The F for emergency uses for F. He gently rubbed his temples and shook his head. Just a headache, it's not a big deal. Anyway, college. It had some health shit and I left, but... Look, I won't sugarcoat it and I'm not asking for your pity. My dad ran off after my little sister was born, and my mom struggled to raise both of us. I quit high school to have a couple of part-time jobs to help her. Oh, Florian, I'm sorry. You do what you have to do to survive, it's fine. But my mom, she secretly saved up to send me to college for years without telling me. Then she just sent me off. She wanted the best for you. Yeah, but why should that best not include them? But fine, whatever. I went and I couldn't face them when I dropped out. They think I'm still in the city, living my life, getting my degree. And I can't bring myself to tell them otherwise. Oh, buddy. So wait, they live in Willowmist, but have no clue you're here too? Florian, why? They would probably love to see you. I can't face them. She gave up everything for me and I just let her down completely. What am I meant to say? Hey mom, turns out I'm a fuck up who can't even make it through a semester of college. Surprise! I'd be happy just seeing you and knowing you're safe. That's what parents do, especially if it's health related. I can't. Not like this. Florian's head sank down into his hands, his shoulders trembling. I'm not who I was when I left. I'm not her perfect little son anymore. Is it possible that he wasn't born a vampire, he got turned into a vampire? That's what he means by health complications, he got turned into a vampire? That's... oh wait. Without thinking, he leaned forward and pulled Florian into a hug. He stiffened, his breast catching, and his hands hovered over your back. What are you... I'm sorry, Florian, really. Slowly, though, his arms wrapped around you and he squeezed you tight. It's not like it's your fault. There's no reason to be sorry. I just want to go home and feel like things are normal again. Can't you? I truly honestly believe that your mom would just be happy to see you. It's not just that I don't deserve it anymore. I can't trust myself around her or my sister. Yeah, he definitely got turned into a vampire. Oh, baby, no. Trust yourself. Even you should be keeping your distance. God, you're so fucking naive. I'll just mess things up for you too. Everything I touch just falls apart. Oh, Florian, baby boy. I don't think that's true. I'm right here and I haven't fallen apart yet. The store hasn't fallen down around us. You're not destroying anything. Yet. I don't want to share any of this shit, you know that? It's embarrassing. There's no shame in feeling emotions, isn't that just proof for humans? Except he's not human anymore. I know it's difficult for you, and I can't just magically make it better, but if you need someone to talk to or anything else, you can rely on me. You're too nice, you know? You're gonna end up getting taken advantage of. By who? You? I don't think you have the energy to take advantage of anyone, even if you wanted to. Ugh, thanks, I guess. Florian pulls back and wiped his eyes with his sleeve. Seriously though, don't say anything about this to anyone. Our secret. I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, you know? Hardly. You've known me for less than 24 hours and you've already broadcasted my existence to the entirety of this quaint little establishment. At this rate, I expect you'll be handing out pamphlets by week's end. Truly, your discretion is legendary. What the? There he is, my favorite talking book in the whole world. Not a lot of competition there, but don't let that hurt your feelings. And to be fair, I haven't told everyone yet, only Florian. Oh, Florian, beat Barnabas, Barnabas, Florian. It literally talks. Did you think I was making it up? No, but I didn't expect. My reputation precedes me, as always. Hello, Florian. It's a pleasure to meet a friend of my esteemed master, or some such drivel. Barnabas isn't very nice, if you hadn't noticed. No shit. You'll have to excuse me as I was rudely interrupted in the middle of my rest. Your rest? What does a book have to be so tired about anyway? Plenty of things, you impudent creature. The effort it takes me to communicate with my new master, for example, is truly a Herculean task. At that, Barnabas floated across the room and landed on the desk. It just flies. God, I'm too tired for this shit. Yeah, it just flies and stuff like that. Now I've embarrassed myself in front of 2 people. Great. Fortunately for you, I have the displeasure of being in service only to my beautiful master, and as such, have no one to share your shame with. I love Barnabas generally, he's so funny to me. Just ignore him, I'll put him in the drawer if he keeps it up. The audacity! Fine, silence me, but mark my words, you will soon regret it. This must all be a lot for you too. Just a little bit. I like to think I'm pretty good at running with things, but sometimes, I'll be honest, I don't even really know where to start. Oh, my nose is so fucking itchy again! But I've got all the time in the world to work it out anyway. Aren't you going home in 3 months? Okay, I've got 3 months to work it out. Thanks, Florian. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make it worse. I'm just kidding, really, I'm having fun, I'll be fine. I wish I had a drop of your optimism, change fucking sucks. Yeah, but sometimes it can be really great too. I've only been here a week, and it feels like I've made a whole bunch of friends, it's really, really great. Yeah, well, you're easy to like. Am I now? For some people, not me. You don't like me at all? Aww. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with this man? Damn, I've already planned our wedding and everything. What? Our 3 kids, Alexis, Jasmine, Michael, and a white picket fence and a dog named Bobo. And you just throw it all away? Why is the dog named Bobo? Why is he named Dumb? Throw it all away? It doesn't exist. You're delusional. So that's a no to my proposal. No. So it's a yes? No, I mean, God, you're so frustrating. I love you too. Don't say stuff like that. Seriously, Bobo, what kind of name is that? What do you suggest then? Toaster. Oh, I love him. I fear in the full game we're gonna have to go for Florian's route first. I apologize. I apologize to the others, but I fear we have to do Florian's route first. He's so funny, he's so silly. Toaster. It's a good name for a dog. Not better than Bobo. I disagree. At Florian's more than serious tone, you couldn't help but grin. Fine, Toaster it will be. Hey, that's not... I feel like I've just been scammed into a marriage. You have, this is all legally binding. Ah, please tell me you're joking. I am, but I do like you, Florian, as much as you try to be unlikable. I'm not saying we need to be best friends, but I do hope that we can get along. Yeah, fine. I wouldn't mind being friends with you, and you're not terrible to work with. We're getting somewhere now. Hey, what's your sister like? I can imagine you as a super doting older brother now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, I guess I was. She's super bossy and a pain in the ass, but... Well, she's my sister. How old is she? 10? Probably 11 now, actually? Do you have any photos? She scooted a little closer to Florian on the couch. Yeah, I think so. Florian reached into his pocket and took out his phone, flipping through his photo album. He couldn't help but lean in to see what was on his screen. He could see pictures of a little girl, a woman who must have been his mother, and Florian himself, though a few years younger. It was hard not to notice how much brighter Florian looked. He lacked his signature eye bags, and he had a wide smile on his face. It was the kind of smile you'd never seen from him. That's her. You two look so similar. You could be twins. Sure, if I wasn't 13 years older than her, and Mom had me young. She's adorable, Florian. Your mom looks really nice too. In response, you pulled out your own phone, scrolling through until you found a picture of you standing next to your mom, back when you moved into your first apartment, which was also the apartment you just moved out of. This is my mom, a few years ago. Whoa, your genes run strong, huh? Yep, my aunt and her look pretty similar, don't you think? This was back when I moved out of home. I lived in a little apartment right in the middle of the city. Sounds noisy? Yeah, I didn't sleep a lot. You let out a soft laugh before locking your phone and placing it back down on the table. That apartment was so weird. Did you know that the elevator fell like a dozen times? There was an earthquake localized to just the building and a crane rammed into the first floor all in a single year? Seriously? Yeah, but not a single person got hurt. I swear to God, someone in that building upset the Grim Reaper or something. Oh, is this a reference to A Date with Des? Like a genuine reference to A Date with Des? So like when I play A Date with Des, is this something that's gonna like happen to us? For the first time since you've met him, Florian smiled, his hand coming up to his mouth as he tried to muffle a laugh. Maybe you're cursed or something. With everything else going on, that wouldn't surprise me in the least. You've got a nice smile, you know? Actually, now that I say, like, a reference, I wonder if, Willowmist Emporium happens in the same universe as A Date with Des. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the fact, but I haven't really, kept up with, like, the lore aspects of, like, oh, is this connected, is this not connected, you know? But personally, I really like when, games all happen in the same universe, but the stories aren't really like interconnected, but they're like in the same universe and there's like references to like the other games because that are in the same universe and stuff like that. Or like a character might mention a character that shows up in the other game, that kind of stuff. Florian blinked and his cheeks slowly turned red. What? I said you have a pretty nice smile. That's all. I don't really mean anything by it. It's just nice to see. You come out with the most random things. You're meant to just sing that kind of shit, not say it. He leaned back, smashing his head gently a few times on the back of the sofa. Ugh, my headache is killing me. I've got painkillers in the bathroom cabinet if you want. I don't. They don't really help, but fuck it, I'll try. You hopped off the couch and headed to the bathroom. Your aunt had left an assortment of pills and medicine in the cupboard, but you didn't have a clue what most of them were for. You scooped up the painkillers, then popped it back out. Why is it encoding overloading again? Stop that. We have gay stuff to do. Florian was still in the same spot, but his eyes were shut tight and his chest gently rose and fell with each breath. Don't tell me another imbecile is moving into my quarters. Shh, be quiet, he's sleeping. And these aren't your quarters, I'm just letting you stay here with me because I'm nice. Shh, Barnabas, they say. You're interrupting the poor tired man's beauty sleep, they cry. Well fine, I'll just be silent then, if that is what you desire. Carefully, you draped the knitted blanket over Florian's legs and settled in next to him, watching his sleeping face. He looked peaceful, much more peaceful than when he was awake. God, you really were exhausted. You ought to take better care of yourself, you know that? Well, you probably hate me for it, but I'll let you rest for a bit, okay? Maybe I'll close my eyes for a bit too. Just a little bit. That'd be okay, right? Night, Florian. With a yawn, you drifted off to sleep as well. You woke up to the sound of someone shifting beside you amongst the otherwise gentle hum of night. Lazily, you opened your eyes expecting to see Florian on his feet, embarrassed about falling asleep beside you, but instead noticed a shadowed figure hovering above you. Leaning towards you? Hold on. Hold on. A pause on the gaze. My cat wants to leave the room. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. You blinked, trying to wake up your sluggish mind, and finally realized it was Florian. He was close to you and his eyes were half lidded, his expression distant and unfocused. One hand was down beside you and the other braced against the couch to the side of your head. A sudden chill ran through your body despite the warmth still lingering in the air. Florian? No response came from Florian. He remained completely still, staring at you. No, not at you, but at your neck. You see what I see? No one listened to me. I was like, "It's a vampire, he's a vampire." Oh, he's so out of it. Oh, baby. His head dipped slower. His head dipped lower, the faintest brush of his nose against your skin sent a jolt through your nerves, and suddenly the sluggish fog in your mind cleared as his mouth was inches from your neck, his breath hot against your skin. Your eyes went to his face, and you noticed something, a flash of something pointed and sharp between his parted lips. Fangs. Your body tensed, your heart hammered in your chest, and his breath hitched like he could hear it. Florian. No response. It was almost as if it was I need to read properly. Oh my god, calm down. It was almost as if he wasn't truly himself. His posture was wrong, like he was acting on instinct alone. And, in the dark, with a glint of moonlight reflecting off his eyes, his gaze looked almost empty. Oh, baby, you're not in your right mind. Oh, sweetie, come on. Let's get you that emergency sink that we have in the storage room. You felt the faintest graze of his teeth against your skin, a breath's distance from sinking in now. A shiver ran down your spine, but you managed to keep a lid on the panic, treasuring to break through. You lifted a hand and reached out, cupping Florian's cheek. The movement caused his eyes to open wider and his lips paused. Slowly and ever so gently, you brushed your thumb across his cheek, expecting warmth radiating from his skin, but instead finding him as cold as a corpse. Your hand shook slightly, and your breath was ragged and shallow. Florian, are you there? At the sound of his name, he blinked a few times and then looked down. When he saw where he was, he recoiled as if burned, falling off the sofa and landing heavily on the floor. His breathing was erratic and his hands were shaking, but he couldn't bring himself to look up. I didn't mean to. Florian, it's okay, calm down. Push yourself off the couch and crouch next to Florian. Don't come near me. Oh. Florian, seriously, it's fine. It's all okay. Just take a breath. He tried to put a hand on his shoulder, but he backed up, his face twisted in a pained grimace. Don't come near me. Fuck, I can't believe. I'm a fucking idiot. I shouldn't be here around people. Fuck. You didn't hurt me. But I wanted to so badly. But you didn't. You inched forward until you were next to Florian again. He turned his face away from you, but didn't protest. His breath was coming fast and ragged, like he couldn't quite catch it. You're a... Don't say it, I'm not... a vampire. You could see Florian's body trembling even in the dark. I have to go. No, we have something for you, don't go. It's okay. Is that what all this sickness has been about? You're hungry? I can't do this, not again, I can't do this to anyone. As quickly as he could manage, Florian pushed himself up and ran to the door. Florian! He was faster than he should have been, especially given how weak and shaky he had looked. In moments, you heard the door downstairs slam shut. You jumped to your feet and rushed downstairs, knowing full well that Florian was long gone, but wanted to try anyway. Damn it. Are you looking for Florian? Oh, Winnie. You turned to see her sitting on the counter, transparent legs hanging over the edge. Yeah, I was hoping he'd still be here, I guess. He ran off really quick. He looked upset about something. It's complicated, but I think I might have hurt his feelings. You don't happen to know where he lives or his number, do you? No, Florian doesn't really share that kind of stuff. Right. I'll have to talk to him tomorrow then. If he shows up tomorrow. We leveled up, yay! Get our charm up. Your eyes went up to the clock. It was only 7:30 p.m. You hadn't slept for more than an hour or two. It felt like much longer. Your stomach growled and you remembered that you hadn't eaten dinner yet and that you were pretty much out of food. I'll have to head out and find a grocery store, so I guess I'll just keep an eye out for Florian. Not that I'll likely find him at a grocery store if he's really a vampire. You turned towards the door before stopping in your tracks. Is everything alright? Winnie's legs stopped kicking back and forth, and she stared towards the ground, biting her lip. She fiddled with her sleeves and kept her eyes away from yours. You asked me about going out for dinner with you, right? Yeah, that's right, I'd love you to come. And I forgot to ask Florian. Well, I want to go. That's great, but I'm really scared. Scared? I haven't ever tried to leave the building. Wait, not even once? No, I'm scared that if I try, I'll just disappear. Winnie's shoulders drooped and she sighed. Dumb, I know it is, but I've been here for as long as I remember, and I don't know if I still exist outside this building. What if the only reason I've lasted this long is because I've stayed here? What if I really am dead, and if I leave, I'll pass on? Winnie's eyes went down to her feet, and she swung them back and forth slowly. Hey, it's alright. Winnie, seriously, it's okay. It sounds scary. If you would rather stay here, we can do something else, just the two of us. But I want to go. I want to spend time with everyone and laugh and have fun. I don't care if I can't eat or anything, but I don't want to be alone anymore. But I'm too scared. I'm always too scared. And do it scared. He approached the counter and reached out, placing a hand over hers. It didn't feel like anything. You couldn't truly touch her, but the thought was there. If you want to do it, then do it. Be brave. I'll be right there beside you. You won't have to do it alone. Winnie hesitated for a moment, then pulled her hand back and floated down from the counter. Okay, you're right. I want to go. Thanks, Altair. You're the best. Did you want to try coming out with me now? No. I mean, thanks, but I think I need to build myself up for tomorrow. Alright, then it's a date. If you change your mind, just tell me, okay? Okay. At that, you double-checked you had your key before heading out into the growing night. The air was crisp and cold as you stepped out of the front door, and the wind rustled the trees that lined the street. There didn't seem to be anyone else wandering about, but then you suppose most people would be sitting down for dinner or tucked into bed for an early night's rest by now. Bundling your clothes closer to your body, you started on your way to the main square. Town Square was a little more lively than the store, but not by much. It seemed as if a good portion of the shops were closed or closing for the night, and only a few people wandered the streets. It was a far cry from the bustling crowds and bright lights of the city. The streets were clean and quiet and the houses were well maintained, without any signs of graffiti or broken windows. You could get used to this kind of life. Go at the various stores around the area, a bookshop, a coffee shop, a hardware store, a pharmacy. Then you saw it, nestled at the corner of the street, a small grocery store, the same one Lucille had pointed out to you when you'd gone out for dinner together just the other night. The light inside was on and a small open sign hung in the window. You walked towards it, keeping an eye out for Florin, but to no success. Oof. I say what frustrates me about the Florin situation is that we know a way to like help, but like the character hasn't like connected the dots yet. The inside was what you would expect of a grocery store, much smaller in scale than the big stores back home. The aisles were narrow and the shelves were cramped, but it seemed like they had pretty much anything you'd need. The lone cashier nodded to you as you passed. No self-checkout here, which didn't surprise you. You won't take over today, computer overlords. You grabbed the basket and began picking out some basics: milk, eggs, butter, and that sort of thing. Oh, hi, Eden. Hi, our boyfriend just ran out on us because he hasn't had blood in like over a week. And the other one is like getting hunted by his old job. What's your deal? What issues are you facing? Twice in one day, I think that's what they call fate. Your turn. You turn, hearing a now familiar voice behind you, to see Eden leaning against his shopping cart, red hair tousled. Unless, of course, you just couldn't stay away and decided to search me out, in which case I'm even happier. Eden grinned and it was a little infectious. Actually, the allure of a full stomach pulled me here. Great it is then. So, what are you making for dinner? I'm tossing up between a sandwich or a cup of noodles. Oh, you shouldn't break out the fine china just for me. I always like to impress on the first date. The cup noodles are usually a hit. I have a slightly more refined palate. How about instant mac and cheese? I love instant mac and cheese. They don't sell it here though. The microwavable kind? Of course. Now you're speaking my language. You're cute, you know that? And I think Lucille was telling the truth about you being a shameless flirt. I'll have you know that I'm the pinnacle of virtue. If a person is beautiful, shouldn't they be told so? Eden leaned over his cart further, his eyes scanning you up and down. And you're definitely beautiful. I'd feel flattered, but I bet you're like this with everyone. Only the most beautiful ones. He grinned and you rolled your eyes, so a smile crept onto your face. You glanced down to his shopping cart, but you were surprised to not see any food. You instead noticed an assortment of cleaning products, gloves, string, and duct tape? Okay. Suddenly my dinner looks like a 5-star restaurant compared to yours. Not hungry for duct tape? Maybe it's a treat after dinner. You both laughed, and it was like a weight lifted from your chest. The events of earlier that night melted away, if only for this moment. I do a lot of DIY stuff, so I'm stocking up. Really? That doesn't look like woodworking supplies to me. You do look like someone who knows a lot about woodworking. I'm sorry. I've worked with wood once or twice in my life, yeah. Oh really? Care to show me sometime? Sure, just tell me where to send the bill for my services. Being a woodworker yourself, you'd probably know all the right techniques, wouldn't you? Well, I've been told I'm pretty good with my hands, yeah, and I'm very open to critique. We just have to practice until you're satisfied. This is fucking insane. This is insane. And then smirked and pushed his cart to the side, letting another customer through. Care to join me, or would you rather stay here in the condiments aisles forever? I can think of worse aisles to be stuck in, but I think I'll join you. The two of you... The two of you started to walk through the aisle, and Eden looked took your basket and placed it in his cart. Wouldn't want your arms getting tired, so, mysterious shopkeeper, I'm incredibly curious about you. Oh, really? You're the talk of the town, after all. Things must be really slow right now if I'm the talk of the town. You know how small towns are, they'll find anything to gossip about. He picked up a bottle of olive oil and dropped it into the cart. And yet, despite being the most interesting thing that's happened here in months, no one knows that much about you. Most people assumed that Sylvie didn't have any relatives. He glanced over at you. As far as I'm aware, she's never left Willowmist either. What could pull her away so suddenly and drop you in her place? If you say please, I might be honest with you. Pretty please? I have no clue. Really, I'm not trying to be evasive, but honestly, I don't know. I have no clue why she decided to leave. She wrote me a letter and asked me to come, and here I am. She'd already left when I arrived. So a mystery then. Even more interesting. But that doesn't say much about you. Want to tell me a bit about yourself? Depends what you want to know. If it's the numbers on my credit card, probably not. Where you grew up, for example. What were your parents like? What's your favorite color? Eden grinned and shrugged his shoulders. Take your pick, whatever you're willing to share. Lie? Huh. I don't know, every time there's like an option of like lying to a character, I'm always like, what are you trying to tell me, game? Why are you giving me the option to lie? You want me to condense all of my interesting experiences and history down to a few sentences? I'd take an essay if you had one. I don't, but it's never too late to start. In the meantime, I grew up in the city with my mom and didn't know my dad, sees all the way through school, and my favorite color is green. Your turn. Well, actually, I do have an essay prepared, so... He reached into his overshirt as if he had something hidden there, but came up with nothing. Damn, I must have left it at home. I'm sure you can give me the synopsis at least. I've made a few recent amendments you might enjoy. For example, did you know that I've discovered quite recently that my favorite color is orange? And I bet when you meet someone with blue eyes, your favorite color is blue. You really seem that shallow. I think Lucille doesn't dislike people for no reason. I then glanced around as if to check no one was watching. Don't tell me you brought your guard dog with your grocery shopping. He really is like, please don't tell me Lucille is with you. Maybe I did. She'll jump out when you least suspect it. I promise I'll be on my very best behavior then. I then added a few more things to his cart, mostly small things and nothing that could be considered a meal alone. A single potato, flour, but no other baking ingredients, a box of gelatin. Yeah, this man's an angel or some shit. This man's not human. Amidst the chatting, you found food for dinner too. We're getting a sandwich. Un bocadillo. Sandwiches will have to do for now. Proper meals will start tomorrow. You found a fresh bread in the bakery area of the store and some lettuce, tomato, and cheese. The two of you continued circling the store until you found everything you came for. Dinner for the night, some fresh fruit, and a few essentials like soap and toothpaste. It wasn't much, but it would do. Eden, however, kept your basket hostage in his cart as he continued onwards in no sort of rush. So, have you always been a carpenter? Oh no, I tried my hand at a lot of things actually. A jack of all trades, master of none, that kind of thing. Most recently I was a bartender, but it wasn't for me, and before that a cook, a painter, a photographer, and a waiter too. I am so suspicious of him. Like, he's got some deal going on. There's like some weird deal he's got going on. Is any of that actually true? At least half of it, probably, maybe. Really though, I didn't come out into the world expecting to be a carpenter. This day is so long and I'm so tired. Really though, I didn't come out into the world expecting to be a carpenter. It just sort of happened. It was a niche that needed filling in Willowmist. The last carpenter disappeared under mysterious circumstances that had nothing to do with me. Why do I doubt everything you say to me? Maybe you're a good judge of character. I added a couple more things in the cart and then began pushing it down another aisle. One you'd already bent down twice already. What made you pick carpentry though? That's a pretty specific skill. Like I said, I'm pretty good with my hands. He looked down at his hands, but he was still wearing the same gloves from that morning. Something satisfying about making something real with your own hands. You start with just an idea, a few scraps of wood, and then suddenly there it is, something solid, something that exists because you willed it to. I think that's what I like about it. You take something raw, shape it into what it's supposed to be, simple, straightforward. A piece of wood doesn't argue with you about what it should be. I'm so... oh my god, why am I so itchy? It's oddly deep coming from you. What can I say? I'm an oddly deep man. I'm sure you'll get to know that about me soon enough. He added a few items to the cart before continuing onwards again. He followed, more amused than anything else. I'm starting to wonder if you're leading me in circles, Eden. You can't blame a man for wanting good company. But it was on purpose. Of course, I wouldn't miss the chance to spend more time with you. But I suppose now the game is up, shall we? He motioned towards the counter where the cashier was still idling away. Grabbing your basket out of his cart, you checked out first and headed outside. It had gotten much cooler again while you'd been inside. The breeze rustled the leaves overhead. And a few stray leaves spiraled down from the branches and landed in your hair. You reached up and shook them loose. Eden followed close behind, carrying several bags. Thanks for waiting. What, did you think I'd ditch you and run off? Maybe. I don't think I've got a good read on you yet, Altair. You're interesting. I was considering it, but then I imagined you standing all alone in the cold with big, sad puppy dog eyes. Couldn't do it. Big, sad puppy dog eyes, huh? So that's the kind of man I am in your head? I don't mind playing that part. Well, I was gonna say a lost child at the supermarket, but I thought you might take offense. He lashed you a playful grin before glancing across the road. The street lamps cast a soft glow over the little park nearby. The swings swayed gently in the breeze, creaking faintly under their own weight. Now, since you were kind enough not to abandon me, allow me to return the favor. Oh, what favor is that? You're not going to grab my shopping and keep me hostage again. Oh my god, can I speak? And keep me hostage again, are you? He nodded towards the empty swings and tilted his head at you expectantly. I happen to know that the swings over there have the best view of the stars in town. Trust me. His grin widened. Or not, if you don't want to. Alone in a park watching the stars? How romantic. I didn't realize that was your style, Eden. Oh, and what did you think my style was? From my first impression of you, I thought you'd be more likely to invite me back to your place for the night. Would you have said yes? No, probably not. Not the second time we met anyway. And the third time? We'll see. Eden laughed. I'll have to try and impress you next time then. Eden somehow, with an armful of bags and of groceries, linked his free arm with yours and led the way over to the swings. They were, as he said, not too far away and completely deserted. A few small lamps cast the area in a pale yellow glow, and a couple of benches were positioned beneath the trees, their surface covered in leaves. You could see the moon above the treetops. There was something cozy about the place, secluded and peaceful, but not lonely. Just a small hidden space in the middle of the town, perfect spot for a midnight rendezvous. I have to wonder if day 6 might actually be the last one instead of it be like the full week. Since we're getting since we got both Florian and Eden's DGs in the same day. Or just a place to chat, which was what you were actually doing. Eden set his groceries down on a bench, then walked over to the swings, taking one of the two. You took the other, and he gently swung back and forth. So, what do you think of Willowmist so far? What I've seen has been beautiful. Kind people, great food, and the night is clear and cool. It's a lot quieter than back home. I could get used to this. And you're staying for 3 months? That's a decently long time, but also no time at all. Yeah, 3 months, and then it's back home again. You sound a little disappointed about that. I don't know if I am or not, really. Things have been a whirlwind ever since I arrived, and now it's already been a whole week. I'll blink and then it'll be time to leave. And then we'll have to be long distance if I can't stay here. Eden chuckled and held a little tighter to the swing's chain, still looking up at the stars. Then why leave? Well, my mom is still back home. Even 3 months without seeing her is a long time. Don't you ever miss your parents all the way out here? I'm sure I would if I knew them. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be, really. Family is a little meaningless to me. So, not raised by grandparents either? I had a more communal living experience, but forget that. I'm far more interested in you. Yeah, he's definitely like an angel or something. Why not bring your mom here too? She and my aunt don't have the best relationship. Not that I know why. I wish I could have gotten her here. She'd have loved it. You let out a small sigh and pushed the swing a little harder, trying to get a little more height. A shame, knowing you and Sylvie. I bet she's incredible. You want to hit on my mom now too? I swear everyone in this town is after my family. Why would I do that when you're right here? I can just tell you already like it. Oh my god, can I speak? I can just tell you already like it here. Would have been nice if she could see it through your eyes, don't you think? Yeah, maybe then I'd have some idea why she and my aunt don't get along. I always thought family feuds were supposed to be dramatic, but I don't even know what started it. You've never asked her? I have, a bunch of times, but every time she changes the subject or tells me to drop it, so eventually I did. Maybe you should ask your aunt, she might not have the same hang-ups. I'd love to, if I knew how to contact her. No address or anything? I have literally no clue where she went. Ever the mysterious woman. Anyway, 3 months is a long time to be away from home. No friends you're leaving behind? A job? A lover, maybe? This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I like how we just went from Florian experiencing the horrors, and it was Eden is just like, we're a little swings head. We're having a little fun little tiny date. Hee hee. Nope, no lover. Why, you offering? Eden laughed at that, a gentle yet hearty sound. Maybe I am. Keep me in mind, will you? Why does such a lovely person not have anyone waiting for them back home, I wonder? Maybe I just haven't found the right person yet. Hadn't, you mean? We met this morning, after all. Well, and you're already making assumptions about us. Someone's getting ahead of themselves. Someone has to. I'm not going to sit around and let someone else make the first move. Eden grinned. Besides, I don't think I've been imagining your interest in me, have I? Who can say? Maybe I'm just a friendly person. Maybe, but there's a difference between friendliness and flirtation. And I suppose you think you can tell the difference, do you? I like to think I'm not too bad at it, yes. Well, you're confident, I'll give you that. I do like confidence in a man. Confident I shall be, then. Eden leaned in slightly, his elbow resting on his knee, his eyes glinting with mischief. And what else do you like, since we're on the topic? Oh, I don't know. Honesty, a good sense of humor. And lucky me then, I happen to be hilarious. Debatable, I think. He didn't mention honesty. Oh, and here I thought I was making quite the impression. You are, just not necessarily the one you think. Hold on, my cat demands entrance. She is slamming her paw against the door. She is now here. What are you doing? ¿Qué haces? Can I see the screen, please? Can I see this? Hello? Excuse me. There she goes. Eden placed a hand over his chest, feigning a deep offense. Wounded, truly I am. But if I'm not to be known for something, I'll take bold and devastatingly handsome over funny, I suppose. You rolled your eyes, but before you could quip back, his tone shifted just enough to make you pause. Always admired boldness, you know. Some people spend their whole lives waiting, hesitating, but I'd rather move forward even if I don't always know where the path leads. That's an interesting way of looking at things. Isn't it? If you're standing still, you're letting the world decide for you. He rocked back slightly, his gaze drifting towards the night sky, but his bows remained light, playful. And if I'd stood still, I wouldn't have met you, would I? Well, is this how you get all your dates? Would it work if it was? You tell me? I think it might. For a brief moment he felt quiet, swinging just a little, letting the cool night air settle between you. Then, with a slow inhale, he spoke again. Softer this time, like a thought slipping out before he could catch it. I've never been the kind of person who was meant to stay in one place. I was made to move forward, to keep going, to see things through. His fingers curled loosely around the chains of the swing, and his gaze flickered towards the treetops as if searching for something beyond them. I suppose people like me can't stop. If I sit still, the world will just keep changing without me after all. And what happens when you get to where you're going? I suppose I'll let you know when I get there. Eden smiled and reached his hand out. Before you could react, he'd plucked a single leaf from your hair and held it up. He twirled the leaf between his fingers, watching it for a moment before tucking it behind your ear with a soft, deliberate touch. There, perfect. You think so? I'm not sure a leaf is the best accessory. You make it work just fine. He leaned back slightly, resting his arm against the swing's chain as he regarded you, a slow, knowing smile on his lips. It's strange, isn't it? Some people spend their whole lives searching for a place to belong, and others, they just fit somewhere, like they've been here all along. Are you talking about me or you? You. You're like a missing piece finally clicking into place. The quiet between you stretched on for a moment before Eden laughed and pushed himself off the swing. But enough about that. You should get some sleep before I convince you to stay out all night. You say that like it's a bad thing. I just hate to be responsible for you sleepwalking through your store tomorrow, and I wouldn't want you to miss our date. Not a date if everyone's going. I'll just have to work extra hard to make sure you only look at me. He scooped up his grocery bags with an easy motion, shifting them over his shoulder. Shooting you a playful glance, he took a few slow steps backward, his silhouette cutting sharp against the lamplight. Don't miss me too much, alright? I think I'll survive, Eden. Good night. Night, Altair. Eden grinned, turning on his heel and sauntering off into the night, leaving only the faint echo of his footsteps on the quiet street. You exhaled, leaning back on the swing, watching the sky stretch vast and endless above you. The town was still, the only movement, the occasional rustling of the trees in the night breeze. I was sitting really far away. Some people spend their whole lives searching for a place to belong. With a shake of your head, you pushed yourself up from the swing, then collected your groceries from the bench. You began to trace back the path home that was quickly becoming as familiar to you as the back of your hand. It wasn't long before you were back in the town square, though it was now completely deserted. The streets were empty, save for a cat darting into an alley, and the only sound was the creak of a distant wind chime as it swayed softly. Kind of a nice feeling walking at night, I never realized that. You glanced upwards towards the sky, the moon shone bright and clear, illuminating the night and the surrounding houses. There wasn't a cloud in sight, a beautiful night all for yourself. Or almost all for yourself. A flash of something caught your eye, the form of a tall, lanky figure sitting on a rooftop overlooking the square. You watched for a moment, little more than a shadow, before disappearing out of sight. You quickened your steps back to the store. You'd hoped to see Florian when you arrived back at the store, but he was still nowhere in sight. I wish I had his number or something. Approaching the counter, you searched for any kind of employee information your aunt might have left, but found nothing, no trace of where Florian or Lucille lived, or a way to contact them. However, sitting on top of the counter, you found a sealed letter with Altair written on it. Setting down your groceries for the moment, you settled down on a stool, then quickly opened the wax seal to see your aunt's graceful handwriting. To my dearest Sprout, I hope this letter finds you well and that Willowmist is starting to feel a little less like a place you've arrived at and a little more like a place you could belong. I've no doubt you've been charming the town left and right, whether you've meant to or not. By now you might be noticing that things here aren't always as they seem. Strange little happenings, peculiar folk with peculiar habits. You're sharp, my dear. You always have been. I won't insult you by pretending you haven't begun to put some pieces together. I wish I could have been the one to tell you everything myself, but, well, your mother never would have approved. She wanted you far away from all of this. And though she had her reasons, I always thought you should be able to decide for yourself. The store, our store, isn't just about antiques, it's about people, it's about community, it's about giving a little help to those who need it, just enough to let them find their own way forward. Some of them have come a long way to get here, some of them have nowhere else to go, but they all need something, and if you listen closely, you'll know exactly how to help them. I hope by now you've stumbled across that grumpy old book, or rather, I hope he's found you. He's a stubborn thing, don't take it personally if he's been less than welcoming. He was built to be particular about his company, after all. But if you listen, really listen, he has more wisdom tucked away in those pages than most people do in a lifetime. I know I left a lot on your shoulders, and I know it isn't fair, but I also know you can do this, my little Sprout. If anyone can, it's you. I have full belief in you. Take care of the store, take care of its people, take care of yourself. And please tell me you haven't tried to sell the bird vase. I told you it was cursed. With all my love, Aunt Sylvie. P.S. Tell Quinn I'm doing well and that I think of him often. He always did know how to make me laugh. I do hope the two of you have become acquainted. With a smile, you refolded the letter and tucked it away. Alright, Aunt Sylvie, I'll do my best. You're still not telling me where you went, huh? Retrieving your groceries, you headed back upstairs to unpack. Your room was much like you left it. The window was still open, your bed was still unmade, and a cushion from the couch was still discarded on the floor from your wake-up call with Florian. A small amount of guilt settled into your stomach as you put away your groceries and made a late dinner. It wasn't much, but it was food. If it isn't my illustrious master returned from whatever nocturnal nonsense has stolen their attention this time. Barnabas fluttered into view with a dramatic puff of air, as though he'd been holding his breath in indignation. I do hope your day's endeavors have been worth abandoning your faithful servant for hours on end. I imagine whatever inane nonsense kept you away was terribly important. Perhaps a riveting chat with one of your incredibly mundane customers? What, are you saying you actually wanted my company? I thought you wanted to be alone. Of course, master, I live to be ignored and neglected and left stewing in stagnation while you frolic about with fanged employees and amateur spell work. It brings me immeasurable joy to gather dust along in your tiny cramped abode. Something tells me you're being sarcastic right now. You don't say. What, a master of deduction? How will I ever escape the clutches of your incredible intellect? I did ask if you wanted to come with me, you know, which I did not. So what is you want exactly then? Not to be alone, but also not to spend any time with me? Precisely, your wisdom knows no bounds, master. Though to be candid for a moment, I much prefer your company over the lurking menace you insist on calling an employee, honestly, a vampire, master. Did you already know? I could hardly call myself a grimoire if I did not know the scent of a vampire. I didn't think being a book had anything to do with smelling people, but alright. Right, I forgot that your brain lags behind sometimes, master. Let me spell it out to you quite simply. Magic is in the air, the threats of reality and the yours people leave behind, and vampires, they reek of old blood, undeath, and regret. They are more than simple to pick out. But by all means, continue trusting him. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong when employing an emotionally fraught bloodsucker with impulse control issues and a sad backstory. He's not really employed by me, he's employed by my aunt, and either way, Aunt Sylvie trusts him, and this store is a place for people who have nowhere else to belong. I wouldn't ever just throw him out. Barnabas let out a long, drawn-out sigh as though his entire world had grown tiresome. Oh, very well then, continue ignoring my sage advice and do as you please. After all, it is your funeral, not mine. He turned his attention towards your half-eaten dinner and snorted derisively. A meal fit for a king, I see. A truly inspired use of your time and resources, Master. You know, you're pretty judgy for a stack of paper. That's probably why you don't have any friends. He continued eating, waiting for Barnabas' almost guaranteed response. A stack of the gall of you, the gall. I do not need nor desire friends. I live to serve, not frolic around and have fun like some. Oh yeah? Then why do you get so huffy every time I leave you alone? Barnabas fluttered indignantly, his pages puffing upward in an offended ripple. Because, Master, leaving me unattended in this drafty little hovel is a waste of rare and precious genius. Not because I'm lonely, heavens forbid, I simply find it offensive to be shelved when I am a once-in-a-millennium arcane artifact. Totally not lonely. I am above loneliness. Loneliness is for sentimental beings with soft hearts. I am made of enchanted ink and intellect. Besides, I had plenty of company today. Lady Seraphina of House Mondrich accused Countess Belladonna of enchanting her husband with a love hex again, and the fallout was positively catastrophic. Wine flung, curses shouted, a hat caught fire, utterly riveting. Oh my god, he watches telenovelas? No, I could be going crazy, but I'm pretty sure that those are characters from a television show. The real sorceress of Silver Keep, in fact. It does not surprise me that you know so little about it, but it is a fascinating documentary. I love Barnabas! A documentary. And you enjoyed watching this documentary? It was a purely academic viewing, Master, a study of interpersonal dynamics among magically inclined nobility. It's research. I love Barnabas. I just spent all day watching it. I may have absorbed 8 episodes, but only because Countess Belladonna's familiar betrayed her, and I had to see how the arc was solved for scientific integrity, obviously. Right, scientific integrity. Honestly, if they keep simply enchanting their contract bindings properly, none of this would happen. Amateur hour, truly. Also, Seraphina's illusion magic is atrocious. Her whole tower is a lie, and no one is talking about it. You don't know that's all fictional, right? Obviously, Master, but some elements ring true. Magic, after all, is based purely in reality. There have been countless Lady Seraphinas and Countess Belladonnas throughout history. Anyone like me in there? Why yes, there happens to be a talking toad that devises a countess. I believe the character is called Toadsworth. You share many qualities. Careful there, Barney. Compliment me too much and I might accidentally fall for you. You would not be the first human to do so, trust me, nor the last. Oh, ladies' man over here. Finishing your food, you cleaned up and then glanced over towards Barnabas, who was still watching you. Late tonight, but maybe tomorrow we could do some more practicing? I am always prepared to further your knowledge and skill, Master, though perhaps you could begin by tidying up this horrendous mess you call a room. Honestly, a pigsty, truly. That feels a little unfair. This is all my own stuff, not mine. It's not like I choose to have a room full of clutter. You have lived in it for a week and haven't been even bothered to put away your own dirty dishes, Master. I would not deign to call that a good defense. Was it grown you conceded and began to put the room in order? You didn't have the energy for it, but you also didn't have the energy to argue with a book. Oh, by the way, is my whole magic stick meant to be a secret? Do I seem as if I have the answer to every question, Master? You seem like you like to sing that, yes. Well, I am pleased to see you accepting the truth. But to answer your question, yes, in general, revealing one's magical capabilities to the mundane masses is frowned upon, especially when one is a fledgling spellcaster who lacks any kind of control. You're far more likely to set your sleeves on fire than impress anyone. Hey, I'm already getting down that spell you taught me, as did every toddler taught it in the past. I'm on the level of a toddler? Just below, actually, but don't be discouraged, Master. Toddlers are remarkably clever these days. You know, a bit of encouragement wouldn't kill you. I think it would. I didn't even read the next part. No, but it might kill you. And I've grown strangely fond of not being shoved into a forgotten drawer again, so consider my criticism a public service. One day it might even save your life. One day I'm going to be so good at magic that you're going to eat those words. When that day comes, Master, I shall serve them with tea, jam, and a commemorative plate. But until then, try not to burn down the house. I wonder how flammable you are. Excuse me? Did you threaten to ignite me? Me, the illustrious Barnabas the Magnificent? I'll have you know I am warded against flame, though clearly not against rude commentary from reckless amateurs. Honestly, how flammable are you? Have you no shame, no decorum, no decency? You're so easy to wind up, Barney. Yes, well, enjoy your jest at my expense, master. It's good to have a hobby when you lack talent. I'm sure you'd know all about that. Going back to the don't tell anyone unless you burst into flames, yada yada. Is it okay if I trust someone? That is your decision, master. There have been many famous spellcasters who were quite open about their craft, and others were inherently secretive. Some were revered as visionaries, others were burned at the stake. It's a bit of a mixed bag, really. Trust is a valuable resource, best spent in small increments and monitored closely. So you're saying I should trust, but be careful? No, I'm saying you should trust me and beware of everyone else. But since I know you will listen, yes, be careful, at least try to be. Magic may be your inheritance, master, but secrecy is your shield. You don't yet know what kind of eyes might be watching or what they want. You're being uncharacteristically serious right now? Yeah! Because we had some weird dude on the fucking roof. Yes, well, even I am allowed moments of grim sincerity. Now, if you're quite done probing the depths of philosophical trust, please turn to the next episode of the Real Source. Turn on the next episode of the Real Sorcerers of Silverkeep. Need to see if Lady Seraphina finally hexes the two-faced necromancer or just shoves another goblet. Yeah, here you go. You lifted up the remote and turned on the television, and the screen lit up with images and a loud voiceover. Barnabas fell silent, and you looked the opportunity to settle into bed. With a yawn, you glanced toward the open window, and the moon, hanging high and bright above the treetops. As tired as you were, sleep did not come easily. Thoughts raced through your mind, and the events of the day felt more vivid than ever. Still, after some tossing and turning, you fell into deep sleep, accompanied by the occasional gasp from Barnabas in the background. Whew. Okay, we actually have more days. I didn't know we were gonna have more days, or that day 6 was gonna be this long. So I am gonna end stream, and we'll finish tomorrow unless something comes up. But we'll finish the demo tomorrow, and I'll remember to drink some tea so that my throat isn't shot. But like, day 6 lasted almost like 2 hours, and I don't know how long day 7 is gonna be, and I can't exactly go over the 2 hour mark today. So yeah, we'll just finish tomorrow, unless something comes up, and then in that case we'll finish on Tuesday. But yeah, well, with all that then, having said that, thank you for coming. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. You've been on YouTube, you know how it works, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.